Get the wrong thing up. Good morning. Good morning. I love you. My coffee's too hot. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Lisa Fry, My Mystical Life. And as I sit here looking at my table, which is that what we're going to talk about today? I never know what we're going to talk about when we get online. Honestly, I just kind of go with whatever pops up. So this morning we're going to talk about clutter. Let's talk about clutter this morning, you guys. How many people feel that crunch of clutter? This is not attractive. Okay. And as I'm sitting here looking at my desk, good morning, good morning, good morning. I have some things that I have on my desk that make me comfortable. And good morning, Ellie Coyle. I'll look at the 15th. Matter of fact, I'll look at the 15th right now. This is why when I messaged you last night, I was in the other room. And 15th of this month, this is my calendar. This is the other side. The 15th. Oh, you know what? That's going to be recorded. So the 15th, I'm good. If you need to do something on the 15th, yeah, I'm available. Good morning. So tonight, you guys. Tonight is come on already. Tonight is our first class in Late Bloomers Intuitive Development. And so if you are, it's not too late to start. If you guys are wanting to jump into your intuitive life, really, because that's what it is. It is an intuitive life. There's no way around it. Once you start and you decide that this is what you're, spiritual clutter or physical clutter, and they're the same. They can be the same. I don't even know what we're doing, Ellie. You haven't said. You just said, what are you doing on the 15th? Are you coming to visit? Did you find your plane ticket? So I do have things on my desk, and we're going to talk about clutter because I don't know why we're talking about clutter this morning, but that's what we're going to talk about. I do know why we're going to talk about it. Obviously, my desk is a mess. In all things in life, we pick things up along the way. I have honestly no idea where this is going. So we're just going to go with it. We pick things up in life, physical and emotional, that we have a hard time letting go of. I have some things on my desk that are very comforting to me. Who does readings that's comforted by having a deck of cards on their desk? Do we need them? Can you read without them? If I were to answer that, I would put my deck of cards down. I used to pride myself when I first started on my journey. I don't need cards, and I don't need cards, and you don't need cards. Tonight's class is at 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central, and an email has gone out to everybody in the class with the link. Hopefully it's the right link because that did not happen well yesterday for the mediumship class. I'm still going through clutter in my bedroom. In your mom and you share a space, a trailer. We have lots of stuff. My mom loves saving stuff, memories, since we've had the house fire on 666. So now she saves more. Understood. All the stuff that she had probably got whisked away. I understand that. We had a house fire several years, 5 years ago now. But I do have things on my desk, and I'm going to show you what I have on my desk, you guys, that is not relevant to right now. It's not relevant to right now. You guys are going to laugh when you see this too. I have a sanding block. I have a sanding block on my desk, and I have aerosol spray on my desk. Can you tell I had a project going on? But these are things, and I actually have. Oh, this is important too. I have some broken things on my desk as well. Okay. Good morning, Nancy Billiard. I have some things on my desk that just don't serve me anymore. I don't need them. I don't need them in my space. They should be put away where they're supposed to be. But our house is just not that organized right now. We are in the middle of craziness. But it is the time of year to take inventory, you guys. What do we need? What doesn't serve us anymore? If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. What do we need? What doesn't serve us anymore? and what brings us joy. If it does not bring you joy intuitively or in your physical area, it's time to reassess why you're holding on to it. Okay? I have some things on my desk that I absolutely love. And Toothless. I love Toothless. Who doesn't love Toothless? Right? Isn't he the cutest dang thing? And is it because it's Toothless? No, I love the movie. The movie's adorable. I love the message of the movie. It's something that my husband heard me say, "Oh my God, that's so cute. I'd love to have one of those." And he took the moment and he went and found one for me. That's what makes it special. So it sits on my desk. My sister took the time for Christmas to find something she knows. By the way, this thing will take an eyeball out. Took the time to find something she knows that I could use instead of a trinket. Something that's not it's just going to be thrown away after Christmas. And how much does it is it the physicality of having this sitting on my desk that makes it so important? Or is it the thought behind the fact that she thought enough? This is true, Ellie, to spend the funds, and bring something to me that she knows I'm going to use. So it sits on my desk. Well, I know I have other things on my desk. I have cards, but mostly, I only do have the sanding block and but I have sage on my desk, and I have things like that. But make sure you're surrounding yourself. If everybody could share, that'd be great. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with the things on your journey that are going to help you. This involves people as well, you guys. And I will never tell anybody if they do not. Katrina McCabe, I'm going to come to you in just a second because I'm going to talk about that. I want to talk about your grandma's hat because never think you have to step away from those that you love if they're not on the spiritual journey. I've heard this a lot. I've heard this from many, many people. I feel like my spiritual journey is going to step me away from the people that aren't growing at the same level. I want you to look at it differently. I want you to look at it like this. It is part of their journey to see you elevate yourself. And it's part of your journey to watch somebody that is not progressing and be loving to them regardless. We will have people not like us because of our thoughts, because we may have been one way and we became another. We morphed into something that is scary to them. And that's okay. We have to love everybody for where they're at on their journey, even if they don't love us for our changes. It's part of our lesson. We don't have to leave everybody behind. I do hear people say, well, I'm so afraid that I'm going to, and this is a little bit of ego too. I'm going to get up here and they're going to be down here and I'm going to leave them behind and I worry about where they're going to end up in the afterlife. They're going to end up right where you are because it's part of their journey to maybe not ascend at the moment. It doesn't mean that they're any less or more than you. It just means they're on a different path. So don't think you have to. Yes, tonight's class is the 3-month Late Bloomers Intuitive Development class. Brenda, I think you're in the class, aren't you? I don't have the class list in front of me. It is at 7 p.m. Central, and you would have received an email. If you're not in the class, I don't have it in front of me to know the class list. You can go to mymysticallife.com and sign up. I just don't know right off the top of my head who's in the class yet. But it's 7 o'clock tonight, and you will have received an email. If you're in class and you haven't received an email, ask me, question me on, send me a message, and I will make sure you have the Zoom link. So, you have to understand, Lisa Phillips, yes, my daughter's having trouble with my messages from Ellie. Why? Because it's scary. It's scary. It can be scary for people to hear from the other side, right? Whoever, I'll raise my hand. But the first time I got messages from the other side, it scared me shitless. I sat in front of, I sat in front of a psychic, you guys, and we had the psychic party at my house, not because I was psychic. It's because I didn't believe in psychics. And we actually just had the room in the house to have the party that a friend wanted to have. And yes, 8 p.m. Eastern. Our friend wanted to have a psychic party. She didn't have a house big enough. We did. So we said, you can do it here, no problem. And since we hosted with the house, we got a free reading. And I went up to this lady and I sat down. Now I'm fascinated with this, right? But I don't believe at this point in my life. I'm fascinated, but I don't believe. And I sat in front of this person like this. The world's worst client. Horrible client. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Built a block up as best I could. It wasn't good enough. And I just sat there and I thought, this is some bullshit right here. She's just gonna pander to me and give me whatever I want to hear. And that's what I did. And I felt horrible. I wish I could find her to this day. I wish I could find her. I have a couple people I wish I could find. And did it stop her messages? No. They were beautiful. And they were things that, if I didn't know it in the moment, became relevant over the next couple weeks. And now I sit back and I go, wow. When I went down those steps and I was like, she was okay. And in my mind, I was really going, what the hell happened up there? My friends just went, that's all right. You don't have to be in love with what she did. But my fear got in the way of really sitting in there in messages and taking them in. And now look what we do. And that, by the way, was one of her messages. Yep, you're a skeptic too, Kelly, and that's okay. It's okay. I would rather somebody be skeptical than hateful, right? All the time. I would rather have somebody be skeptical than blow smoke up my butt, right? And that's why I'm very honest in my readings. I will tell you, if I don't know the information, even in a class, if I don't know the information, I'll find it out for you, or I will try to dig deeper into a subject on a reading. But if I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you that. Yeah, it's amazing. So you just have to let those people that are having a hard time receiving messages be okay with it and struggle on and do their own journey. Hi, baby. Good morning, Mr. Fry.
You working or are you doing your
I'm on my 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my 5 minutes. Mr. Fry is coming in to pop in and say hi. Hi. You have a hole. He's holy.
I'm at work today, so morning, everybody.
Look at his funny little head. He looks like a Hellboy, doesn't he, with his little horns? You know.
I'm leaving now.
So you guys, it is, so we have to think about the things that are cluttering ourselves up, our thought patterns, what's on our desk, what's around us. Really isn't intuitive. It is important to have a little bit of more of an order. Everybody says good morning, goodbye, Sam. An orderly area. It helps when you walk into a room, especially your bedroom, when you go to sleep at night. You're going to have more orderly dreams in a clean bedroom than in a dirty bedroom, right? So why wouldn't the same be said for your intuitive area? All that. So look around you. Take stock of what you're enjoying, what you're not enjoying, who is giving you flack, who's not giving you flack. If they're giving you flack, send them love, and maybe just distance yourself from their verbal, maybe or emotional assault of what you do for a little bit, and give them time to think about their actions. I do that to my computer often. I'm like, I'll give you time to think about your actions. But don't abandon anybody because they're at a different level than you. And if it's on your desk and it doesn't serve you anymore, clean up your clutter. Create a peaceful environment to grow. It's important. It is important. Good morning, Emily Sue Kent. Hats. The hats. Isn't it silly, the things we keep? I have an extensive antique hat collection, and I understand why you kept your grandmother's hat. You think your daughter's partner thinks you should be in Looney Bin. That's okay. That's part of their journey. It's part of their journey. Your desk is horrendously cluttered. I'm not even going to show you. My desk is, it's not very cluttered. I don't know what's behind here. No, nothing. I have pens, some earrings, stuff like that. But it's amazing with the things that we keep, right? And my hat collection started with 5. Good morning, Marianne Gustafson. 5 of my grandmother's hats that were found after she passed away. And I was like, those are mine. But what made them special? What made them special? They're beautiful. They're retro. The thought patterns that go on in somebody's head and all the thought patterns that go on in somebody's head, that really does resonate within some of the things. It brings us closer to them. Actually, it really, I'm sitting here getting teared up over my grandmother's hats. So as soon as I saw it, Katrina, as soon as I saw you post that, I was like, that is part of my grandma's fashion, my grandma's energy, her resonation, her thought pattern. I totally get that. The ones she wore the most. Yeah. You collect hankies. Your grandma always had one. What do you guys, except the Mexican hat? I love that she had a Mexican hat. What do you guys collect in memorabilia from your family? I love taking my mom's things out and smell her. I have all of her scarves in a Tupperware. Yeah. Right? People used to wear scarves. They used to be elegant. The one thing that was one of my most prized possessions, and I'm going to try not cry through this because my grandpa's in the house with us the last couple of weeks, and Katrina, send me a picture. I love antique hats. I really, really do. And we were watching the movie Soul the other night, and the whirligigs. Who's watched Soul? It's a great movie. And my grandpa was very young. He had Alzheimer's before Alzheimer's was a diagnosis. Okay, maybe I can't talk about this. And that whirligig come down in that movie, and we used to take Grandpa because he couldn't be left unattended. We were small, and my grandma had a screened porch, a freestanding screened porch in the middle of her side yard, and Grandpa would go sit out there, and then he was semi-coherent here and there, and we would run around and we would wait for the whirligigs to fall out of the sky, of course off the tree, and we would, as kids, we would stand and wait for them to fall, and if we won if we caught them in the air, and then we would go over and give them to Grandpa as a prize. So watching Soul tore me up, you guys. Tore me up, because one of just we hold on to those memories, right? And I hadn't thought of that in decades. And then that movie come on and I was crying like that. It's beautiful, right? The way they can come in and say, hey, here I am. I know Grandpa's here. One of my most prized possessions was my grandpa always wore a fedora. If he went out, it was elegant. Grandma always had her hat. Grandpa always had his hat. And that's the way they did it. Gentlemen wore hats when they went out in public. And Grandpa had this really cool hat and always had a little feather in the side. And it was one of my most prized possessions. And then one day my guides told me I had to give that hat to my brother because it belonged to my brother. It really did. He looks just like my grandpa. I think that was one of the hardest things I had to let go of. And sometimes we have to learn to let go of stuff like that, right? And that's decluttering. It is releasing some of the things that we hold dearest that we thought really meant something that might mean something more to somebody else. And now it's my brother's most prized possession. I don't really collect a whole lot of things, Katja. I don't like to dust. I don't like to dust. You might find crystals in my house. You'll find crystals. And then the house in Ohio, tucked away in boxes, I have hats. It's my weakness. I haven't bought hats in a long time though. I used to use them as decoration on the wall. I thought you just bought a house, Emily. Did you buy another house? I have pretty dishes in a case from Grandma. Yeah, that does happen. Death does bring a lot of angriness and issues out, doesn't it? Yeah, that movie is fabulous. You bought a new one? Oh my gosh. Did you keep the old one? And oh man, I put sweetener in there. Katrina, if I was to say anything about your hats, I would want to brush one of them. I don't know. I would want to maintenance one of them, basically, is what it feels like. Almost like there's lint or something on something that would have been unacceptable to wear out in public. Come on, make sure it's taken care of. Almost like making the bed or something like that. Oh, you were located. You okay? Gotcha. Is it big enough for my son? Just asking. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I feel like your grandma's not talking about just the hats. She's talking about dust off some things that that you need to release. Okay. The hats grab my attention because we're going to move on from that. Okay. Yeah. I need to dust them. How do you was them? What? And it has a good size girl. Wash them. If it's velvet, do you have a velvet or a velour type one? Is there something like that? My grandma keeps showing me. She has a hat that I love. That it's big, like a round disc that sits at an angle that has beadwork all the way around it, and that's one that I have my grandma's. That's what she's trying to give me an indication of how you would clean that. A wet washcloth or something will, but also aerosol computer cleaner will help as well. But she's also talking about look at some things in your life that you can release. It's a big deal. Some things aren't going to serve you. Even some of the mementos that you keep may not be something you actually have to have. Is my heart attached to it? They're big and floppy. I would use like an aerosol thingy. On the 9th, you guys were talking to Prince. That is on YouTube. Here is the YouTube channel. It is a YouTube event. I need to be talking about that a little bit more, I guess. Whatever happens, happens. We'll do it regardless. And I don't know how to share it to Facebook from YouTube, so it's probably just going to be on YouTube, you guys. Let's see, what else do we have going on? We have all these classes coming up. The big one starting tonight, the 3-month intuitive development. Let's become a reader ourselves and not rely on other people's messages, but start to rely on our own intuition. You can find that here at My Mystical Life under the classes tab. It is an evening class. They're done live Zoom. We have a wonderful group of people that are going to be in the classes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Emily, are you in the classes? Are you in the classes? I know you're a late bloomer. We have a lot of late bloomers. Yes, I thought. We have a lot of late bloomers. The membership, you guys, I don't even have the sphere in here. The Sonia Hamburger one, the last. Can we schedule Bob Marley for 4:20? Oh my gosh, he's going to be such a busy guy on that day. Class tonight, yes. Okay, good. About 4:20. Yes, we can. Oh my God, that was so funny. Okay, we can schedule Bob Marley for 4:20. Yes, we will do that, Kelly. So class tonight. Oh, late bloomers. I'm a little scattered this morning. Just that a little scattered, a little bit more than the normal. Don't know if I didn't sleep really great or I was having dreams early this morning that were discombobulating. But I did find out my horses are pregnant. Right? Zoom, squirrel. So in the spring, we will have 2 baby horses. I'm so sorry, you guys. There'll be pictures everywhere. What else do we have going on? I have to work today. So that's a thing too. I am working on, good morning, Dennis Casey. If you have not received your invoice from our Mystical Crystals yet, it will be coming out over the course of today and tomorrow. I did get a bunch out yesterday, but I am only one person and Sam is having to work a full-time job too. So we are working on getting that. They used to use chalk on velvet or velour and a fine bristle brush. Yeah, they do that for felt hats too. The brush works well with a fine bristle brush. Then it works to take away stains. Really? Can you channel Geronimo? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, after I'm done here, I'm going to be moving my computer out there. I'll start putting more invoices in and getting orders shipped. Lisa Bennett. We didn't do all the bracelets, so you can always, we could do a video chat and I can take you and walk you through the bracelets that we have and the price points on them. There's no problem. Just message me. We do that. Oh my gosh, Amanda Gibbs. Honestly, one of the things I am worst at is finding lost objects. So let me throw this out here to everybody else. Amanda Gibbs is looking for her USB stick that she had gone missing. Can anybody give her a pointer on where that USB stick might be? I am horrible at it. Yeah, I'm bad. Do you have star-shaped crystals? I don't, but I almost bought some last night. If you guys are interested in star-shaped crystals, I can pick some up. I bought unicorns last night. What else did we buy? Unicorns, beads. I bought strands of beads last night. I've been wanting to do mala beads for a long time. And I'm thinking that I might try my hand at doing some malas for some relaxation. It has all your pictures from the past year. I was thinking about this yesterday. We have photo albums. Like I have photo albums of family members from, 100 and 150 years back. People nowadays are going to be lost without those photos. Our history is going to just start disappearing because we don't have a whole lot of photos unless people go get them printed. But how many people actually get your photos printed? How many people actually go get your photos printed? And you might have school photos and maybe special event photos, but the little memories, they're just, and memory sticks are only good for so long. Did you guys know that? Like after a while, they deteriorate and they don't work anymore. I learned that the hard way. Glenn, our youngest, is an incredible photographer, and he was 8-10 years old. He had a professional camera out taking pictures. He would wait for hours for a bug to do something so he could get the perfect picture. They're gone. Yeah, it's important to get those things printed, you guys. I know, mala beads, right? Last night we purchased garnet to make garnet mala beads. We purchased Caribbean calcite, aquamarine, aventurine, something else, a couple other things. But I want to do it for relaxation. So that's a thing. Like you guys, all of a sudden everything exploded. Yeah, it's important. Even our computers, how many of us have, I have a hard time getting Sam to let go of dead computers. I'm like, you got to let it go. It doesn't work anymore. It won't even turn on. But there's photos, but you can't get them. Let it go. Cut the cord. Cut the cord. But he doesn't. Aquamarine's your favorite. Yeah. Yeah. I have. No, that's not aquamarine. What is that? Aventurine. Yeah, I have aventurine aquamarine. I have a couple aquamarine cabs. Okay. So declutter today, you guys. You're going to notice that we're going to have a shift going on here. Next week, we're going to start doing giveaways. And I don't know how long we're going to do it, but we're going to do it for a couple months. We're going to do giveaways. And I'm pulling together the things that we're going to give away. There's going to be bracelets and cards and all sorts of really fun stuff. So we're going to be giving a lot of stuff away in the next couple months. Like I said, I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Maybe while we do the My Mystical Life class. I don't know, Amanda. I have no idea. He should be able to install hard drives into current PC to get pictures. Lapis. Lisa Bennett, I looked for lapis last night, and they didn't have the size I wanted. I don't want any more than an 8mm bead. I have some 6mm beads for thinner, more delicate ones. And then I got 8mm, but they had these huge chunky things. I'm like, how am I going to get 108? Like, no, you can't do that. So I'm watching. I'm going to see how it goes, because in the evenings is the only time Sam and I sit down together and relax. And this is something I can take into and sit on the couch and string beads and knot. Doesn't that sound relaxing? Just take a hot minute, count it out, and knot. It just sounds relaxing to me. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. And I'm kind of excited. But I know that there's different types of designs I want to do for mala beads. And, it's just a matter of getting the beads I want in first and moving on. Good morning, Fran. Good morning. I enjoyed your talk last night. That was fantastic. I love how you just kind of, this is the way I look at it. And it's so truthful. When Fran's talking, he's so truthful. And if you don't like it, it's your truth. You just don't like it. That's how many of us revolve into truth that we don't like sometimes. And we have to break that chain. It was a great conversation. Really, really was. Arthritis doesn't let you do that anymore. There's some things we have some physical limitations on, but also maybe find something to work that arthritis. Oh, let me tell you, and this is an off the wall. Good morning, Diana. This is an off the wall kind of thing. When I used to work at Tractor Supply, people would come in all the time, like older people would come in all the time and buy vet liniment, horse liniment. And I'd be like, what's going on here? Because they didn't look like horse people. Okay. Horse people have a look, and we talk a lot. Blah, blah, blah. Can you tell? And I come to find out that they would go in, and the horse liniment is stronger than the prescription creams that you can get, but it's labeled horse liniment, so they don't monitor it like that. But it's stronger than the doctor's prescription creams that you can get, and it really settles. It's designed to soak in and really go deep, because I think it has a little DMSO in it. I'm not sure, but and it really helps the hands. So vet liniment, it's just the celery seed for arthritis. Really, okay. But I do recommend that Diana Bradley has horses. When you work with the horses and you learn all these little tricks. I mean, to tell you, the old horse people really have some really cool health trips, stronger than lidocaine. I just know that it works. Right, Diana? Have you ever had to wash down a leg with liniment? You come away and you feel like $1 million. Like, gosh, hands feel great. I'm so brisk. You feel great. It's really, really strong, but it really seeps in and helps. It helps the joints. So maybe it's like a $6 or $7, right? It's like a $6 or $7 thing, and you can try it and see. You're going to get some horse liniment. My brother had his knee go sideways, and my brother has angst, and he's adorable in his own brother way, and we love him, only. Is it DMSO? No. You use DMSO on your knees, really? I can't stand the smell of DMSO. But DMSO really does. It's a carrier. It really carries stuff down in. So maybe, I don't know if you can do liniment. And anyways, we're talking horse. Liniment and then, yeah, it's good stuff, you guys. Really is good stuff. But my dad suggested, oh my gosh, you've hurt your knee. You can't walk. Let's put some Horseliniment on. And my brother's like, I'm not doing that. So he calls me and I'm like, let's put some Horseliniment on. He goes, okay, maybe I will. Your DMSO doesn't smell? Oh my gosh. I had the vet. Sorry guys, horse talk. We had a draft horse go down in the stables one day and in the stall. Not a good idea. And we finally got him up. We put her on the trailer. We took her to the vet and they pumped her full of DMSO. And we brought her back to the house because she was doing better. And unfortunately, she didn't make it. She lasted 2 days. We don't know what was wrong with her. She passed away in the stall. But the DMSO smelled so bad that they pumped into her veins that, they were really trying to just jumpstart her. I couldn't get the smell in my barn forever. I thought all DMSO smelled. I had no idea. Oh, Katrina, bathe in liniment, girl. I'm telling you. Also, Katrina, if you're on any kind of soda, do you drink soda, Katrina? And I never food hate, you guys. I never food hate. But do you drink any sort of soda? If you do, you need to come off of it. That's intuitive. That's not horse talk. That's intuitive. Because as soon as I read that, they showed me like liquid chemicals. Pop off the soda. Pop off the soda. Hard thing to do. I know. But as soon as I read that for you about the osteoarthritis in your knees, they showed me a pop can. And I never food hate for anybody because obviously I like food. But that is what they are saying is stay away from the chemicals in the soda, you guys, are horrible for you. And I never tell people that. So if you guys come across with that, that means they're being serious about it. Okay. They know I don't like to do that. And so that's a big message, actually, because they know I don't care to do that for anybody. It's soda. It's the soda for you. There's a lot of things in that soda. You go off of that for a month and then gauge how you feel and see if you feel better. And add some fat to your diet. Good fat. All soda, Katrina. All soda. They're just showing me a pop can. They're showing me a pop can. I know it sucks. But try it for a month. It's not easy because it's so addictive. Whether it has sugar or aspartame in it, it's addictive. But the chemicals in the soda are really, really bad. I don't drink it anymore. I had a lot of joint problems. And my guides, I had my guides come through somebody else and told me to not drink soda anymore, and it changed my body. Mm-hmm. So take the 30-day soda challenge. Okay, I'm really not hating on it either. I'm just saying they were very plain right out, bam, soda. So we can always treat the symptoms, but if we can remove the problem, that's always a better way to go, right? Okay. You totally believe Diet Pepsi gave your cousin MS? Good morning, my sister Angel. And it's not like my sister. It's like my sister. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, I start reading. I do actually, you rarely hear me talk about it, but I actually do offer private readings. You can find it at mymysticallife.com. I start my day here in just a little bit. And I've got other things to do today. And then we have class tonight at 7. So if you're in class, I shall see you then. But I'm reading as I go. Okay. So I have stuff to do and things to do. And I've enjoyed my 5 minutes this morning. Reduce your clutter, whether it's physical, emotional, environmental. I loved Ellie's comment. Well, that sanding block could be good, and yeah, we have morning lists, Lisa's sister. We have things we can eliminate quite easily from our life that we just forget are there. We just walk by it. So, and that includes in our brain as well. We have patterns that we've set up because somebody told us something once and we believed it. So with that, I'm going to go put in more orders until my first appointment. And good morning, Isis. Good morning, Isis. I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon. Isis, like, wait, what? That was my 5 minutes that started 45 minutes ago. I do need to get better at my 5 minutes so that I can, maybe. I don't know. I kind of like my mornings. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, a blessed day. Find love, find joy in your heart, in your environment, in others. And if Sam was in here, he would say, may the light be with you always. All right, guys.